Good morning, everyone. This is the Cultural Pittsfield radio show. We are so happy to be on WTBR 89.7 FM. My name is Jen Glockner. I'm the director of the Office of Cultural Development for the City of Pittsfield. And we continue to talk about the 10 by 10 Upstreet Arts Festival and all that it has to offer in the month of February and beyond for Barrington Stage Company. Today, we are talking to Shiobbean Lemme. Woo!
Good
Shiobbean
morning.
and I are the two in the Office of Cultural Development. So this week I said, why don't you come on the radio with me and talk about all of the things? And Shiobbean and her husband Kent also co-own Berkshire Running Center, which is a part of the 10 by 10 Upstreet Arts Festival. Things overlap a lot in the Berkshires, which is part of the wonderfulness of the Berkshires, I think. So outdoor recreation is very prominent in the Berkshires. There's been studies, there's been people moving here in the pandemic because of it. So we are making it a big part of the 10 by 10 Upstreet Arts Festival, including snowshoeing.
Snowshoeing.
If
we get some more snow, it will be amazing.
And every week we've been getting a few inches, which is, this is what winter is, right?
Yeah, and we have a prediction of 6 more weeks of winter, right, Bev?
That's true.
So good. We need some snow in the Berkshires. That's what we're all about in the winter, is fun, beautiful snow. Snowshoeing, skiing, cross-country skiing, sliding, all that fun stuff.
Oh,
Yes.
all you athletic people.
Do you call sledding sliding or sledding?
Sledding.
You call
No,
it
actually sliding.
sliding.
We go sliding on a sled.
You go sliding on a sled. I call it sledding. I've never heard sliding until I moved here.
Yeah, you and I have had this conversation. Then I think I switch it when we talk. We're going sliding.
Sledding on a slide. Sliding on a
Clep
slide.
Park is the best in Pittsfield, I think, for one, in Reed Middle School. I mean, we have all these great places. Bosque is just so crushing it and alive with. Now they have a thing called tubing. Bev, have you done that yet?
No.
8 lanes, and you go very fast.
Really?
It's
Yeah,
really,
let's go.
really
How
fun.
do you steer it?
I don't
You don't
think you
steer
do.
it. There's a lane. You don't need to steer. So you just stay in your lane.
So you're like a bowling ball going down the hill.
It looks
stay
a little
in
more
your lane.
controlled than sliding
Very
at Crane.
controlled. Yes, it is way more controlled than Clap Park for
And
sure.
yes, we've gotten out for some snowshoeing. Jen we did the full moon snowshoe hike last month. We're going to do a few more of those, and we'll be doing one the first night of the 10 by 10 festival, which is great.
Yes.
And it's another element of the Berkshires in the winter. It's just like get as much of it as we can in these short months, because then it's gone. Right?
That's right. So snowshoeing is amazing. I have to admit I hadn't done it since college. And you just have to wear winter boots, strap on the snowshoes, and then the snowshoes help you get through the thick snow.
Yeah.
And you have to have good thighs.
Okay. I guess so.
Well,
Strong. What you mean
have
is
to
strong
have-
That's
thighs.
true. That's true.
You
All
have to
right.
have thighs.
I'll sit
You
over
have
here
to
in the
have-
corner. I'll
You
just-
have to have thighs.
But
in
after
order.
that, you're pretty good. Beginners can snowshoe, and people who are not necessarily super athletic. It's a walk. Yeah, I'd invite you to try it. I take beginners out quite a lot. I use the analogy of it's like walking in your father's bedroom slippers when you were a little kid, right? The shoes feel a little big, and you have to get used to walking in them. Mm-hmm. But this is going to sound like an education. They're made they were forms of transportation, right? So you would put them on to keep you above the snow so you wouldn't sink in to get from one place to the other. Now we use it for fun. Same thing with skis.
For recreation,
right?
That's right. So this is on Wednesday, February 16th at Berkshire Hills. All of the information is on Berkshire Running Center's website.
I'm sorry, it's the 17th.
Oh, it
I
is?
think it is. Jen, let me look while we're here, because I'm the one who's putting it on.
I think it's Wednesday,
You're
February
probably
16th,
right. It is
which
the
is the
full moon.
preempting night. Look on Berkshire Running Centers.
Thanks.
Every full
great
moon.
website.
And another amazing thing is, even if the moon is behind the clouds, you still
Right.
get the good energy and vibes
And it
from
was
the evening.
still pretty
And
bright out.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah.
So-
this coming one will be bright and beautiful. Big moon. I can feel it.
And they're planned throughout the next
We
2
have-
or 3 months.
Yes, we have 4 total because, it will be weather dependent, of course. on when we have more snow, right? It'd be great if we still had them going in March. I want to say April, but nobody else wants me to say that. But yes, we'll be doing that in January on the 16th. And so the full moon is great, and it's an opportunity also to patron at the Berkshire Hills. So they are so gracious to let us use their gorgeous property, right?
Very gorgeous.
Yeah.
And Kent is usually there to tell us what hole we're on, because most of us don't really care about the golfing. Not that we don't care. We don't care as much as he might. And so he tells us what hole we're on and where to go.
And what par it is.
And what par and all of that good stuff. So get outside. This is a big part of the winter in the Berkshires, and the culture of the Berkshires is ever evolving, and we're taking advantage of these awesome outdoor recreation opportunities as part of the culture of the Berkshires in Pittsfield. So this Berkshire Running Center is putting on the full moon snowshoe. The next one is February 16th, and then probably again in March based on the full moon.
Right.
And all of that information is on the website, including how to register.
Correct.
But also, the 10 by 10 is officially February 17th to the 27th, although Barrington Stage's production of their 10 by 10 new play festival will go beyond that, which is amazing,
I know,
into the
right?
middle of March. So that's very cool. But we are talking about all things 10 by 10 festival because it's ever evolving. Last year, we did a lot of virtual things. We did some things outside. Now this year, the Berkshire Museum is bringing the 10 by 10 days of play back. And the Berkshire Art Association is bringing their 10 by 10 real art party back into the Berkshire Museum as safely as they can. So I feel like we're evolving this year. Coming out of the dark. We do have fireworks happening again
and we
on
have
February
dance.
26th.
In music, we have specific, I think it was, I didn't mean to hijack you, but to take the 10 days and focus on something that's happening different each of the days, which is great. And we'll have that up on the Love Pittsfield website as well. And it's nice because we're getting different elements of our normal 10 by 10 back with the Breffany dancers are joining us at the Liechtenstein Center, and we'll be having a show again at the Liechtenstein, which will be fantastic.
Yes.
And that is featuring current and retired art teachers in our schools, and that's going to run from the 17th through the 27th, and they'll have an opening reception that Friday night, which will be nice, from 6 to 8. And they're amazing artists.
Very cool artists. It is cool to see the art educators show off their own stuff, and it makes you think, oh wow, yeah, they should be teaching because they actually know how to make art. Like, this is perfect.
Right.
So,
and I'll say my kids are both students of these teachers, and they are very excited to come to see their show.
Right.
So it's it'll be a good thing to have going on. Again, with all of the restaurants open, so making those 3 hours in downtown Pittsfield something that you could pick out of these 10 days and choose something different that you wanted to do.
Yes, and we're working with Andy Werba and Milltown Capital to curate live music downtown. All of that will be on the Love Pittsfield website as well throughout different venues. I believe Berkshire Palette is getting on board with that. Methuselah, of course, Mission, Flatburger Society, and some others. So stay tuned for more information on that.
The nice thing is we're getting more open, I guess I could say, right? Every day something new is coming to the 10 by 10 festival. So it's great that it'll be updated and you can keep checking back to see what gets added between now and the 17th.
And possibly within those days, we've had people call and say, can we jump on the calendar? And the answer in these days is yes. You can always jump on board. The Berkshire BNRC, Berkshire Natural Resources Council. Oh, that's really hard for me. They are doing some great events outside. Again, outdoor recreation has become super popular, even more so during the pandemic. And Mass Audubon has some events going on virtually and at Canoe Meadows, which is amazing. And all of this information will be on our calendar, our 10 by 10 calendar on lovepittsfield.com. Once again, this is the Cultural Pittsfield Radio Show. We're so happy to be on WTBR 89.7 FM. My name is Jen Glockner. I'm the director of the Office of Cultural Development, and we have Shiobbean Lemme in the office who works alongside me in the Office of Cultural Development, but she and her husband Kent also co-own Berkshire Running Center, and they have some events happening outside in the winter, also included in the 10 by 10 festival, including the dun, da, 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 frosted mug.
Yes, at 101 Restaurant
Thank you,
and Bar.
I know you love our sound effects. They're very homemade.
We can work on our drum roll. We're super excited. This is another one of those events that just came together this past weekend. So we are thrilled with the McNinch family coming to downtown. How exciting is that?
Very
with the
exciting.
101 Restaurant and Bar. And I can tell you, we've been there a couple of times, and it's amazing.
Yes.
And then the word is out now that they'll be taking over Patrick's Pub. So
Super exciting.
everybody who knows John and Tucker and their family, that's going to be fantastic. So we jumped on that bandwagon, and we're going to put on our Frosted Mug 5K on the last day of the 10 by 10. And that's a 5K held in downtown Pittsfield at the 101 Restaurant and Bar. We could have done something with that. Make that 10.
10 times 11.
Bring 10 people.
Yeah.
And again, that's on BerkshireRunningCenter.com. And it's fun. You can walk, you can run, you can walk, run, you can do whatever you like. It's a good way to get out of the house and get moving. Get rid of all that football weight that we're carrying.
That's
for the
right.
last couple
There's a
months.
lot of it. February 27th. And so the
It's at
Frosted
11
Mug,
a.m.
11 a.m. start, which also lets you sleep in a little
Mm-hmm.
on a Sunday, which is not a typical Berkshire Running Center event.
Correct.
But we appreciate that Sunday
welcome.
mornings in the winter, they start things at 11 a.m. And so you run 5K, 3.1 miles, and then you eat afterwards.
And there's a reason we started at 11, because then we give you a beer.
A beer.
So
'Cause it's a
hopefully,
frosted
hopefully
mug.
it's noon by then, and with your lunch that you'll order at 101. But it's a frosted mug. So we usually have a really good time afterwards, and it's a great way to get out. And I'm thinking the 27th is going to be 42 degrees and sunny.
Predictions. That's what Puxatawny Phil said in Pittsfield, Mass.
called.
On February 27th.
Correct.
It will be 42 and sunny.
It'll be a good time in downtown. So we always have a fun time with that event. And and you could attend, I'm not sure, will the matinees be going on that Sunday? We can check the calendar again with Barrington Stage, but they will have just opened. So boy, that would be a great
The matinees will
afternoon.
be going on, and there is a dance event at the Liechtenstein that afternoon at 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock.
Featuring the Breffni Irish
Irish.
step dancers,
And if
which
you
are
have not
so cute.
seen them, they are amazing.
They are amazing.
And they're athletes. I can say that. I don't know if you could do what they do if you weren't
In shape.
in shape, because
Yes.
it's quite hard, right?
Oh, yes.
Yeah, and
It's
so-
very impressive.
That'll be exciting to have them as well at the Liechtenstein. So we're excited, Jen.
10 by 10 Upstreet Arts Festival is happening February 17th to the 27th and beyond, because Barrington Stage Company, who we hope to have on this program in the coming weeks to talk about all their excitement involving the 10 by 10 new play festival, that is going through March 13th, I believe. So it's a little bit beyond what our citywide festival is, but lots of people partaking, lots of organizations partaking, including outdoor recreation and art inside. And the museum is doing their 10 days of play once again, live music. And Hancock Shaker Village has just announced that the Big Chill on Sunday,
Yes.
February 20th, will be a part of this. And this is a great story of collaboration. I do love the collaboration stories. So the Big Chill is happening on Sunday, February 20th, and we are doing ice sculpture live carving outside of the Berkshire Museum to kick off the festival on Thursday, February 17th, with artists Peter Fakina and Robert Markey. They are delivering the ice from Summit Ice to the Berkshire Museum, but they're also we're splitting the delivery cost, and they're delivering the ice to Hancock Shaker Village for their ice carving on that Sunday, because they happen to have a place to store the ice at Hancock Shaker Village. So Carolyn McDaniels from the village said, hey, we want to do ice sculpting. Also, here's Peter. I said, here's Peter and Robert's information. This is where we get the ice. And she said, we would like to have it delivered the same time, and bada boom, bada bing. It's
Amazing.
all happening. So
Because that's no small feat, delivering that ice.
oh my gosh,
We've watched it. They're serious blocks of ice.
you think it's frozen water. What's the big deal? Well, these blocks of ice are hundreds
huge
of
men.
pounds
Struggling
with dollies. They
with
have
dollies
a dolly.
and it's quite an endeavor.
It is quite an endeavor. And the Berkshire Museum, our piece of art that Robert and Peter will be sculpting
So fun.
involves 16 blocks of ice,
So fun.
which
And
is really fun.
I think the fun is watching them do it.
Totally.
Throughout
So
the
we
day,
do
going
that.
back and
That
forth.
absolutely is part of the fun. We'll be Facebook and Instagramming live from that event, but we invite people to stop by. Robert and Peter are amazing at sculpting the ice live and also talking to people. So people will
Really enjoy
ask
it.
random questions about everything that they're doing and what have they been doing and all this stuff, and they talk. They're very friendly and engaging. Yes. And the Berkshire Museum is so nice to let us put pieces of art on their front lawn for
Right?
the 10 days of the festival. And with this cold weather, it's been lasting.
Right? They've done some amazing things over the years with their sculptures of
They-
all different things. The
Yes.
dancer.
That dancer,
was
Robert
amazing.
Markey, did a dancer, which we were able to do a time-lapse video. So we'll have to work
Maybe
on this from
resurrect-
inside.
yeah. And then we also, speaking of creative artists, we have Jim Horsford, who's going to be doing a demo. Wow, we got a lot going on.
That's right.
So
We like
have you
to
ever
say
done
it out loud.
pottery, Bev?
Do I what now?
Have you ever done pottery?
Yes.
Yeah. So we're having a pottery wheel demonstration at the Liechtenstein.
Those are fun.
Yeah, they are, with Jim Horsford.
Except the feeling you get with the clay.
Some people love it. Also,
You
many
don't like it?
I have to
Didn't they make a
ruin
movie about that?
yeah, many people do think of Ghost, and they think maybe Patrick
think
Swayze.
they liked it, Bev.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I think that most people don't feel as you're feeling, Bev, about that feeling. But
But it's tactile.
to each his own. The
Right.
tactile, yes. So Jim Horsford, who has a pottery studio in the basement of the Liechtenstein, will be bringing his wheel upstairs to the gallery to do some live
great.
demos. And he's done this for us during Third Thursday, and it's so awesome. Kids and adults of all ages are able to sit down and feel what it's like to create a piece of pottery and form it and sculpt it. And he is a great guide to help us through all of that. So that event is on
19th.
Saturday, February 19th.
I'd love to watch
Yeah.
that. It looks like
Yeah,
magic.
come and do that. And then you can come on Monday night and do some drumming.
Yes, this is kind of a hidden gem of the Liechtenstein Center for the Arts. Amy Jelinas, every Monday night, almost every Monday night throughout the year, does a live drumming class. And she does often offer drop-ins. You don't have to. I believe there's some protocol still in place because of COVID, but often you can drop in and be a student of these live drumming classes. So on that Monday, which the date is the 21st. Whew.
Thank you. I had the calendar up. Good one, Jen.
Monday, February 21st, Amy Jelinas will be offering drumming classes open to the public, a drumming class and demonstration. And it's really cool. I mean,
Very cool.
she also is very good at knowing the history of drumming. And so it's so educational. You don't just go in and pound your frustrations out. She tells you what you're doing, like how to do it, and also some history of the instrument. And it's very educational and exciting. So that's Monday, February 21st. Again, all of these events are on lovepittsfield.com. If you have something happening between February 17th and the 27th and you would like for it to be a part of the 10 by 10 Art Festival, 10 by 10 Upstreet Arts Festival, let us know and we will possibly include it. There are live music. Again, Berkshire's Jazz is involved.
Do you like jazz?
Yep.
February
Yeah.
26th.
Smooth jazz.
Oh, is there anything but?
Smooth jazz. Ed Bride, we thank him every year. He has been a dedicated part
Right.
of the festival. He brings some amazing talent.
And this year it's a New York theme. It's called
Uh-huh.
10 Tin Pan Alley. So it's an arrangement of 10 musical numbers with a New York theme.
There you go. Thank you,
from New
Berkshire's
York.
Jazz. So
Is that, what was that?
I'm from New York.
Well, that's a night out right there.
it's a night out. That we think is February 26th. And he is also working with Andy Warba to curate the live music and make that a part of the live music featured. We are solidifying all of that. So stay tuned to lovepittsfield.com for all of that information. Once again, this is the Cultural Pittsfield Radio Show. We're so happy to be on 89.7 FM WTBR. My name is Jen Glockner. I'm the director of the Office of Cultural Development for the City of Pittsfield. We have Shiobbean Lemme on the radio with me today, who sits by my side every day in the office, but also co-owns Berkshire Running Center with her husband, Kent, who has some outdoor events featured in the 10 by 10 Upstreet Arts Festival, including a snowshoe.
We'll do a snowshoe the night before.
Yeah, that will count. It's
Full
very ever evolving, this
10 by 10.
this 10 by 10
then we
and this
have-
times of COVID, so we are quite flexible on the dates.
And then we have the Frosted Mug 5K on the 27th. But I was thinking of my husband. Remember the day when Kent would stoke the fire at the fireworks?
Yes.
And we learned so very much from those early days of the 10 minutes of fireworks. When you have 10 minutes of fireworks, you don't need a bonfire.
That's true. And we do thank Berkshire United Way at one point
Yes.
did have the 10 times the fun event, which we hope to bring back in
Yes.
2023, because they put a lot of work into that. It was inside the church and outside.
Outside,
And now
yes.
in that way, the bonfire was appropriate.
Because
but
it wasn't
the first
us.
time Kent did the bonfire was us and 10 minutes of fireworks. So the fireworks went off and we're like, well, why do we need this bonfire
Which
anymore?
we went to great lengths to, yes. And 10 minutes of fireworks, as we say, it's not very long. While you're in it, it's a great event.
So great.
I'm proud of that event.
It's so
thank
great.
you, Greylock, for bringing it back every year for
Yes.
us. But yeah, that's just a fun night before you go out to dinner. Go see
February
some fireworks.
26th, and because
And
it's
jazz.
winter, it's awesome that they go off around 6 o'clock. So you have little kids, you can bring them to the fireworks. You know, the 4th of July, it's almost 11 o'clock before the fireworks
right.
go off. So winter fireworks really are cool. And if there's snow, put your snow gear on,
Yep.
lay in the snow, and
Sit in
look
your
up
car.
at the fireworks. Well, sit in your car. Some people do that. They come to the parking lot and sit in their car, which
Many
is
do.
totally welcome. You know, you do you. I get out of the car with the winter gear because
Make snow angels.
outdoor recreation
Yes.
is encouraged, and
And they'll go off at, usually we're pretty prompt now that we moved it to 6 because we wait till it gets dark. And Berkshire Fireworks, they're amazing. They give us a spectacular 10-minute show.
they do. And thank you to the City of Pittsfield. We come together with many different departments, the Parks Department, the Police Department, the Fire Department, to make this safe and welcoming to everyone involved. So thank you for the collaboration once again for all of the city departments that come together. We had a lovely meeting this week at the park to just outline all of the safety barricades that will be up and making sure everyone's feeling comfortable about it. So again, those fireworks are February 26th at the Common. Right around 6 o'clock they'll go off. 10 minutes of fireworks for the 10 by 10 Upstreet Arts Festival. All of this information is on the Love Pittsfield website, lovepittsfield.com. Also, we thank Regina Bergio, who's working with us on this website, and our graphic designer that we work with often. She helped write an article for that website about all of the winter fun in Pittsfield, and that is up live on the website. There's all these great 3 hours with kids, 3 hours of shopping, 3 hours of eating, 3 hours downtown. And this one is 3 hours of outdoor fun, including many of the things that we have mentioned. Bosque, the mountain, hiking, the Pittsfield State Forest, snowshoeing, Mass Autobahns, Canoe Meadows, all of these wonderful trails and options that we have for outdoor recreation. So the snowshoeing event that Berkshire Running Center is putting on is February 16th at Berkshire Hills, and you do not have to be an expert snowshoer to be a part of this event.
No, you do not. And Bev, I'd love to see it there. Super fun. And again, thank you to Berkshire Hills for doing that. It's a great way to see. It's the snow moon. I just looked up. So it's the full snow moon.
Ooh.
So that sounds amazing, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's, just after Valentine's Day. So you can stretch out, make it Valentine's week.
You could make it Valentine's week and just celebrate the being outdoors instead of, curling up inside in a ball and get outside and see the full moon and be a part of the action. And you don't have to be an expert snowshoer to do this. All of the information is on Berkshire Running Center's website, and get outside. So we have that. Bosque, we're still waiting. We hope to have 1 or 2 events happening at Bosque during the 10x10 Upstreet Arts Festival. We have some hikes that BNRC is spearheading, and we have some things that Mass Autobahn is spearheading for Canoe Meadows and some virtual options as well.
Canoe Meadows is amazing in the winter.
So amazing.
If you've not been, it's another gem that I don't think a lot of people know about.
Yes, all of these things that Pittsfield has to offer, the art and culture of Pittsfield does include this wonderful outdoor recreation that encourages people to get outside in the dead of winter, which is the spirit behind the 10x10 Upstreet Arts Festival. This is its 11th year happening in Pittsfield. So amazing. Of course, the City of Pittsfield and Barrington Stage Company are the 2 main partners as they put on the 10x10 New Play Festival, which this year happens February 24th through March 13th, and we hope to have them on in the coming weeks to talk more about that. But it's 10-minute plays. Every 10 minutes a new play begins. You're crying 1 minute and laughing hysterically the next minute. It's so impressive. So 10x10 Upstreet Arts Festival, February 17th through the 27th, and we've been going over all of the events happening. We have about 2 more minutes here.
The Real Art Party is still accepting submissions.
Only till February 3rd.
So when does this? So I'm off your schedule on your. So the Real Art Party has taken in all their submissions for the upcoming party, which would be on the evening of the 7th. The 24th.
February 24th. And that is very cool. This year they're doing 10x10 and 5x5. So anyone under the age of 10 can submit a 5x5. And it's $25 for an art tix if you want a piece of art. But if you just want to go to the show and be a part of it, you don't have to pay to get in. There's no quote unquote admission fee. It's just to get an art ticket. So we encourage everyone to check that out.
Beth, have you ever submitted to the art show?
I almost did once.
Oh, you totally
you have till
should.
Tomorrow.
You totally should do that. It's very fun.
And it's a great, the BAA is raising money for scholarships and field trips. Did you just say this?
No.
And it's a fun event in that when people who have purchased tickets, you get to choose what you're going to get, and people take it very serious.
It gets a little feisty.
Oh yeah, and it's so that of itself is worth going and seeing. But they would welcome
you should
your
televise that. I'd watch that.
Oh, that's funny.
We should talk
I
to
don't know.
PCTV and
Yeah,
do that.
I don't know if I think that could be possible.
We would let them know.
But I think at this year they're keep doing it very safely, following all the correct protocols through the Berkshire Museum, and it's in person as of right now, February 24th at the Berkshire Museum, which is so awesome. And hopefully you will still be able to see the ice sculptures outside on the lawn as you enter for the Berkshire Art Association Real Art Party. Again, all of these things that we're talking about during the 10x10 Upstreet Arts Festival are on lovepittsfield.com. If you have something that you think should be involved in the festival, please let us know. We would love to include more things. It's ever evolving this year due to the ongoing pandemic stages. We hope we're on the downside of all of this. We're headed in the right direction, and we will be back in full force next year, but we're doing what we can this year, and it's amazing. LovePittsfield.com. Thank you, Siobhan, for being on.
Thank you, Jen
It was fun.
and Bev. That was fun.
All right. Have a good week, everyone.